700,000 people. 10,000 airplanes. And thousands of gallons of gas and smoke fuel.
This is Airventure. Every year after Flite Fest is done, we have a few weeks to prepare for another amazing event called Oshkosh Airventure. Every year we love going to this event because this is the largest general aviation event in the whole wide world. And in this 2025 recap, you're gonna see things behind the scenes that we've never been able to share before. Now with Oshkosh Airventure, it really is a divide and conquer. Every one of our team members basically has a different mission, from whether it's capturing interviews, leading STEM classes, getting behind the scenes, and so much more. One of the big blessings I get to do is work with FT STEM, combining it with the Youth Education Center and also Air Educate, led by the EAA. Our good friends at EAA basically collaborated with us about 6 months ago to develop a couple of new products. One of those was actually the FT Easy Battle Blimp. And this was the very first time we got to actually bring down this product and put it to test for the first time. EAA has a really cool program called Venture, and with this, over 80 young ladies were able to build these battle blimps. We basically got them to give them their very first experience of flight right inside the center. And while we were working with the FT Easy Battle Blimps, having a lot of fun, Noah and Dave were having some fun of their own, working with our good friend and airshow pilot, Matt Yonkin.
Alrighty guys, so we're still out here at Oshkosh, and I'm with a gentleman that flies this amazing beast behind us. It's a Beech 18, and his name is Matt Yonkin. First of all, you do the night air show out here at Oshkosh, correct?
That's correct.
Now, what exactly do you do for the night air show?
Well, we hang a bunch of ridiculous lights on this airplane, and I've got a whole bunch of switches and stuff inside. Wait till it gets dark and go have fun. Typically, for the night air show, the weather is absolutely perfect. You know, usually the moon and the stars are out, the wind is laid down, all the bumps have gone away, and it's just me and my craft, and we get 10 minutes to display in front of this crowd full of aviation enthusiasts. It's just a lot of fun.
Gotcha. Now, do you do all your own walk-arounds and safety checks and everything before each flight, or do you have a crew that does it for you?
I do have a crew chief that does that for me. His name's right there on the gear door. And you'll find on any given day, the cleanest part of the whole airplane is that gear door right there, because he wants everybody to be able to read his name. But no, Jeff's been taking care of me for 18 years. This airplane is, you know, his baby, and he looks after it. He keeps me safe. He goes to all the shows with me.
It's definitely got to be somebody you trust.
Absolutely.
So what are some of your favorite things about your aircraft?
Well, you know, the Beech 18's been in my family since way before I was ever in my family. You know, my great uncle Bob taught multi-engine transition training for the Department of the Navy during World War II in an airplane just like this. And many years later, my dad flew night airmail and eventually on-demand freight in an airplane just like this. He was up on a freight run in the middle of the night one time, just trying to stay awake, and came up with this ridiculous idea of doing aerobatics in Twin Beach on the airshow circuit. And he said he, you know, tried to sleep it off, and you know, several times later, it still seemed like a good idea. So he found just the right one, and in 1987, he put a spoke system on it and started doing the show that I continue to do today.
Is that still this airplane, or is it a different airplane?
Well, it was a different airplane, but it was one just like it.
That's incredible.
So this airplane we've had since about 2000, and I started flying it in 2007.
That's incredible. All right, well, I say we take a look inside and see what this thing's all about.
Now, Matt was kind enough to allow me and Dave to ride in the Beech 18 as he was taxiing at the show center, getting ready for his big performance that night. Riding in this piece of history was not only an honor, but an amazing experience. Huge thanks to Matt Yonkin and his whole entire team for what they do.
Now on the Wednesday night air show, this was the very first time we ever saw the combination of air show flying at night, pyrotechnics, and drones that painted the sky. There's no way we wanted to let the opportunity pass of getting a closer look at how this was done.
All right, Noah, so we've got some cool stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
We have basically an area that you normally can't get into right behind us, and that's where Starlight Aerial Productions does all of their cool stuff with their 400 drones that they send up during their night air show and during the firework display and everything. It's going to be pretty cool. They're going to let us behind the scenes, see what's going on, and check it out. All right, so we're out here with Nick from Starlight Aerial Productions, and we've got some really cool stuff going on tonight. We've got a whole bunch of drones that you guys are going to control to do some sort of aerial light show, correct?
This is correct. I mean, we have 400 drones out in the field today. We are going to be doing a show that isn't going to involve the drones themselves taking off. We have pyro attached to the drones, and it's going to be in collaboration with fireworks, pyrotechnics on the ground, as well as aircraft flying through the sky with fireworks attached to those aircraft. And it's going to be, I mean, we've done it last year and it was a huge hit. We're going to do it this year, and every time we do it, it's just an absolutely mind-blowing thing to see.
So now I'm hearing a lot of dangerous stuff all combined into one. That sounds pretty intense. Do you guys have any safety measures or anything along those lines that we do to protect one from the other?
I mean, I would say 90% of the amount of work that we put into these shows is safety. I mean, we have 5 different fences. We have a fence that prevents the drone from leaving the area too far. We have a fence that we put in to make sure that it can't cross into the crowd. We have a fence that it can't go too high. I mean, we have it so that if the drone even strays from its path more than a meter, we get an alert, it stops where it's at. I mean, everything is involved in safety to make sure that these things do what they need to do, and that nobody gets hurt and nothing gets damaged.
So one of the things that I'm kind of curious about here, do the drones talk to each other, or do they communicate back and forth with each other at all?
So it's actually surprising to find out these drones have absolutely no idea there's any other drones in the sky. The drone is designed to take off, fly a squiggly line with lights, and then land. But as far as the drone's concerned, there's no sensors, there's no cameras, there's no microphones. The only thing it has is RTK and GPS, so that it just knows where it needs to be at what time, and then it finishes its job.
Now, I was talking to your boss, Matt, earlier, and one of the things I understand is these chips, you know, that are made for these they're from America.
Yes, these are American-made drones. They're made from a company called Lumineer. I mean, if you've gone to GETFPV and used their website, that's the company that we're working with out of Florida.
All right, so what do we have here?
So this is the Lumineer Aurora. It's a drone show drone that does one thing only, and it just flies drone shows. It's a 9-inch prop, 4S battery, 6,000 milliamp hours. So we get about a 25 to 27 minute flight time. We try to introduce a little bit of a safety in there so they never really go past 21, 22 minutes at its most. But the most important component is the LED module right here that is built in-house by Lumineer. It is a fully custom board. The board has 12 LEDs, has 3 LEDs for one of the 4 colors. So it does red, blue, green, and white. 3 LEDs for each. Each one is addressable from a value of 0 all the way to 255. So you literally have millions of colors to work with.
All right, so we're almost ready to get going here. So what are the final steps and what do you have to do to prepare for this to all happen?
So a majority of the manual labor is actually done already. We have 400 drones out. We have to make sure that they are in a grid that we've measured with measuring tapes. It takes a little bit of work to get it done. But once the drones are out in the grid and we have everything set up, we have our networks, we have Wi-Fi pucks all over the area around here. We even have our secondary comms that's operating on a different frequency so that if we, any reason that we lose the primary comms, we have our secondary comms as a backup. So we want to be able to have 2 ways to communicate to the drones to make sure that safety, again, is the main priority. Once the drones are all plugged in and they're all connected, our pilot that is in the trailer will run through their checks. They make sure that they get the fence so that they don't go where they need to go. They get their paths that they follow, which is just a very high precision squiggly line in the sky. We make sure that their batteries are healthy, make sure that they have everything that they need, including GPS and GPS error correction to fly as stably as possible. Once all that's said and done, there's usually about a 10 or 20 minute wait between that being done and the drones actually taking off. The drones will take off. They will form 4 stacks, taking off in 4 different groups. Once they are up in the air where they need to be, the dance, or what we call as the dance, will start. The show will begin. We'll have a pilot monitoring telemetry, make sure the batteries are healthy, they're staying connected, the GPS error correction is accurate to a T. And as soon as the show is complete, we'll basically do a reverse of what we did to take off. The drones will form a stack of 4. The bottom one will take land first, and then the ones previous like that come down nice and slow, make sure that they're nice and healthy, they'll land where they're at, make sure that we get a good count. Usually we don't lose any drones, but it's always good to make sure that all the drones that went up came back down. And as soon as all those are down, we stack them back up, put them in the boxes, and head home.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see this. I'm very excited to be over here watching this happen. One thing I want to stress to all of our viewers is these are trained professionals. You should never use a drone or any sort of RC airplane or anything at an active airport. So make sure you don't do this at home.
Now what's really special about Oshkosh Airventure is it's not only general aviation. There's actually a location called Pioneer Field where in the evenings, people have the opportunity to go out and fly model aircraft. This is oftentimes where we hold up a lot of meetups and also get to fly some of our crazy airplanes. This is also the opportunity where a lot of the kids that we worked with during their STEM activities got to get their first try at flying outside with some of the aircraft that they got to build.
Taking off! Yeah, it's too much nose weight. Gonna go get my airplane. Pilot on the field!
She still fly good?
He still flies amazing! Tubby B-17 don't care. Hello everybody.
Oh, look at the B-17 in the distance.
Oh,
I'm nerding out.
Wait. No, turn around.
All right, this is a great way to sign off on the Tubby. Now after this, guys, we are gonna go ahead and kit this. We've learned everything we need. This thing is twisted and bent and buckled, and she still flies great. So I think it's ready for you guys now. Airventure is also a fantastic opportunity to meet up with other content creators, mainly our good friend Jimmy from Jimmy's World. Dave and Noah got to take a tour of the new Elvis jet, which is no longer a jet, but a pretty sick RV.
All right, guys, so we're out here at Oshkosh, and we ran into our good friend over here, Jimmy from Jimmy's World. And you started off with saving the 310. Somehow that switched into saving Elvis's jet?
That's a natural progression. That's how it works. So this is Elvis Presley's private jet that he owned personally, and we found it abandoned out in the Roswell, New Mexico desert. And about 3 years ago, I bought it from auction and had the crazy idea to make it into a road-going, drivable vehicle. The inside is still 100% original. We haven't touched it. Red velvet, gold, it's fantastic. And we drive it from the cockpit up there down the highway.
That's absolutely insane. I mean, what exactly goes through your mind? Like, obviously when you went and looked at it or saw it online, I'm not too sure exactly how you did that. You knew it was never going to fly again, right?
Correct, yeah.
So you kind of had this thought from the beginning?
Yep.
And you just wanted to save it, preserve it, and show it around to the world, right?
That's right. That was the only way we were ever going to be able to save it, is by making it portable and mobile. And what a better way to make it mobile than to be able to drive it.
That's awesome. Well, if you don't mind showing us around a little bit, I'd love to see it.
Sure, man. Yeah, let's
Perfect.
go. So the only physical connection to the airplane is this right here, and it's a steering shaft. Comes up from the steering box, goes up through, and it comes out right exactly at the right spot where the yoke is the steering wheel.
So you use the yoke out of the jet?
Yes.
What's that like when you take a corner? Is it kind of awkward?
I mean, a little bit. It's a lot smaller, and you take corners slow.
Gotcha.
The rudder pedals are the gas and the brake pedal.
Oh, that's
so those go up. It's electric fly-by-wire gas, and it's a air hose for the brake pedal because it's all air brakes. And we use the nose gear. We took the nose gear off, made a chunk of metal and bolted it right down to the top of the frame for the RV. Took the rear spar that goes across the back for the wings, drilled the hole, bolted it right to the top. And ironically, that's as complicated as it was.
Well, that worked out pretty darn good.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, now we're known for making all kinds of crazy stuff fly. You took something crazy that flew and made it drive around on the ground.
That's right. And
kind of the same thing.
Street legal, licensed and insured and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure that was interesting, wasn't it?
Ironically, so that's the little secret that's fun to know. is on a motorhome, the VIN number and registration are on the chassis, not the house.
Oh, perfect.
So all we did, if any cop asked, we just gave it a paint job. That's it. It's still a 1999 Freightliner motorhome.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I can't wait to see the inside of this thing. So I say we hop up in there and take a look.
That's the whole reason I saved it. You're gonna really like this. Come on.
Awesome.
So if you look really closely, we have the turn signal stock behind the yoke. And then if you look even closer, you can see the gas and the brake pedal, also the key to turn it on, and the instruments for the speedometer and all the RV stuff. But we made it look as close as we can to the original so that unless you really, really knew, it would still look exactly like a jet.
All right, one thing I'm seeing that you're not talking about is this bobblehead.
Oh, the Elvis, yeah, bobble Elvis, man. No
That is
project
awesome.
is complete without a bobblehead.
The hips don't lie there,
The
huh?
hips don't lie. When he's shaking, we're rolling.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is all as exactly the way we found it, with red velvet, the gold accents, gold seats, and this, a little secret that I don't show anyone, this drawer still has the magazines from 1983 when it was last flying.
Wow, that's incredible.
How cool is that?
Now, the smell in here, it's a little musty, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Right.
Did you guys clean it out, or is that just the way it was?
That's exactly the way we found it. We've vacuumed it off and we've wiped the wood with dust, and that's it.
Absolute time capsule.
Yep. Something that really blew my mind was before we cut the wings off of it, we plugged a GPU into it and turned things on. Everything turned on. The TV, the VCR, the microwave in the back, all of it turned on. It just, never did I think that that stuff was gonna turn on.
Now, did this have a record player or anything like that, sound system in it?
Well, yes, but they upgraded it to a cassette player. The latest innovations of technology.
Getting fancy.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, Jimmy, we greatly appreciate you showing us the RV or jet, whatever you want to call it. But I hear you fly radio control planes a little bit too.
We try. We try to
So,
keep them in the air. Yeah.
Make sure you guys check out his channel. It's Jimmy's World, and you can see how this thing was made, and you can also see some of his other projects that he's brought back to life. Otherwise, hopefully we'll see you in the near future, and we'll get some airplanes in the air.
I like it.
Awesome, thanks.
Thanks so much.
Now, throughout the whole entire event of Airventure, there was a common theme, and that was the Goodyear Blimp flying all over the place, whether it's daytime or nighttime. And that's for good reason, because it was the 100th anniversary of the Goodyear Blimp itself. And there's no way we're gonna pass this opportunity to get you guys a closer look, and Dave and Noah a really closer look.
Okay, so me and Dave are going on our last trip here at Oshkosh Airventure 2025. What we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be going over to
The blimps.
we are going to be riding on a blimp. We're going to go over there now. Dave, are you excited?
It's gonna be awesome. Let's go.
So the blimp's coming in. Final thoughts?
This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. It's
I'm kind of speechless, honestly.
it's a lot bigger than what I thought, so it's gonna be fun.
My name's Mary Smith.
Okay guys, so I am at the back of the Goodyear Blimp, and there are these awesome windows back here, and we just actually crossed over our camping site. So Dave actually was like, hey look, I can see my bus from here. But this is absolutely amazing. Huge thanks to Goodyear for letting us tag along for one of their flights. Let us know if you want to see our battle blimp turn from a rocket to a Goodyear blimp. Let us know what you think. Now let's see how they fly this thing.
So the lower part of the actual, I don't know what you call it,
Envelope, yeah.
is filled with air. So all the helium's at the top, so it naturally wants to stay upright, correct?
No, you can think of the two, the main envelope is filled with helium, and then you have two silos that are filled with air.
Okay.
So the silo, the bottom of the silos are the very bottom of the bag, and they have a fan, and they have one has one valve, and the back valve has two valves. So what those silos are there for are to increase or decrease with the changes in pressure and temperature. Right. So helium wants to expand when we're climbing out. We let the helium expand, it pushes on those bags and air is exhausted. Conversely, when we go down, helium wants to contract, so we have automatic fans that just flick on, inflate those bags to keep a relatively constant pressure on the envelope.
Yeah, so that way it doesn't get all like saggy or whatnot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the pressure inside the bag is about 1/30 of the 1 psi, so it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure to keep that thing shaved.
I was kind of convinced that these had you know, like a hybrid gas power electric thing. It looks like they're just gas powered.
Yep, like Lycoming IO360s.
3 of them?
3 of them.
One on each side?
Yeah, 3 engines and 4 propellers. So you can see Jensen has them up about 45 degrees or 30 degrees right now. So that's kind of slowing our airspeed and pulling us through the air.
And also changeable pitch.
Yeah, so they can go into beta and they're changeable pitch. And believe it or not, when you look at the disc, it's 9 foot diameter when the 3-blade props are swinging around.
This is absolutely incredible.
This is nothing like I thought it was going to be.
Right.
It's kind of fun. We timed this, or I should say, we got lucky and got the time where there's an air show literally right outside. And so I'm pretty sure it was the Texans that were just up there now.
Yeah, doing their smoke show, incredible, and yeah, we're going back over the runway right now again, and over our campsite too. We got some video of that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see a different perspective on everything.
And it's definitely different because how they control this thing isn't just from like an airplane. Like you don't have aileron and you don't have rudder. They are essentially flying this off of differential thrust.
Yeah, and elevons too.
And elevons. Yeah. So it is a pretty cool thing to see.
Yeah, and surprisingly, none of it is controlled by computer. They're doing everything hand control, keeping it stable and everything just from the stick. You know, there's no autopilot, nothing.
Yeah,
Awesome.
They were telling us that essentially we're actually flying in the Ohio-based Blimp right now.
Yeah, so we went all the way to Wisconsin to fly in a Blimp that's located 20 minutes from our HQ.
Yeah, so
it's pretty cool.
Hey, we're still flying in it.
Yep.
So Dave, just got off the Blimp, what do you think?
It's a different experience. I loved it, so much fun. If you guys ever get a chance, make sure you do this because I don't regret it at all.
So guys, we are going to be going home tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the Oshkosh 2025 recap. We did so many fun things, but at the same time, I hope that a lot of other people made some great memories. So
make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed.
Friends, as you guys can guess, we love aviation, but even more, we love the people. Oshkosh Airventure is a perfect way to celebrate both. You get to meet some amazing people, pilots, aircraft, educators, and so much more, and also see history come alive both in flight and technology. If you guys are ever on the fence of whether to go to Oshkosh Airventure, I hope this kind of seals the deal for you because it is an event for the whole entire family. We really love doing these recaps, but also we really love taking the inspiration of things we've learned and also new people we've met to hopefully give you some amazing content in the future. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe bell because we are inspired and we are ready to build and create and have some really great stuff for you. Thanks for being part of the Flite Test family, and we'll see you next time.